first time I've done anything like this and I'm just kind of winging it, so please be patient and don't be too judgmental with me. But on the page I ask people questions, what did they want to know about me, because nobody's really ever seen me or don't really know that much about me. It's just my poetry and the pictures that I post, so I ask people for some questions and I'm going to answer them. First question. 22 years old. I was born on the 26th of the 8th, 1991. I'm from a town in the northwest of England called Bolton. That's pretty much it. It's a bit of a dull place. It's grey, it's always raining. It's kind of crap. Kind of depends really on where you want to put the marker. I started when I was about 9 years old, and then I'd write very sporadically. I'd go 6 months where I'd write every day, and then it'd be a year, 2 years where I wouldn't write anything at all, and then I'd write for a day, and then I wouldn't write for a week, and then I'd write every day for the next month, and then I wouldn't write anything at all. But I got to about the age of 18, and that's when I started writing every single day, like as much as I could, as much that, like all the time that I had, I would spend writing. It got to a point where I wasn't really doing much with my life, and I'd sleep all day. I'd wake up at night, about, well, night, I say night, about 5, 6 in the evening, get up, go downstairs, sit in front of the computer, wait until about 10 o'clock at night and everybody in the house would go to bed, and then I'd just sit there like 10 o'clock till 6 in the morning when people started getting up, and I just write constantly. And that's how I spent a few months of my life. It was about a year actually that I spent doing that. It was what it was really. I have 2 older brothers, but one of my older brothers used to write a lot, and I remember turning around asking him, like, how would you do it? What was the kind of thing to do? He told me, he just basically said, put your heart and mind into it and just write what you feel and all that kind of stuff. And I did, and I remember the first poem that I wrote, it was about like family issues and things like that, and I was 9 years old, and it brought me to tears. And like it was then that, like, it was the first time I'd ever been emotionally moved by anything that was sad had brought me to tears or anything like that. And from then on, like, I was, it sounds kind of cliche, but I knew the power, quote unquote, not quote unquote, but the power that it had, so to speak, that it had the ability to make people feel things, and it was very emotive, and it made people think, and you could bring attention to issues, or you could just simply vent through it for yourself. You didn't have to show it to anybody, you could just write down your happiness, your pain, what's making you angry, what's making you happy, anything. And it just carried on from there. I always found it very very therapeutic. It helped me, it did help me, and it does help me a lot, far more than anything else has. So that's how I started, and that's why I've continued. What inspires me? Everything. Really, everything. Life inspires me a lot, obviously, because I try to write about my life, how I'm feeling, things that I'm going through, etc., so on, so forth, whatever. But also, I get inspired by other people. So, I don't know, 'cause I listen to a lot of rap music, and that makes me want to write a lot, because I love especially when somebody's written something and it flows and it rhymes dead well, it makes me want to go and do it. So that inspires me. I'm also very inspired by the stuff that I read and I come across in current events and just the books that I read, like, but things that are quite out there, like spirituality and conspiracy theories and things like that. I write a lot of stuff about that, and just I find it interesting, really. But yeah, but everything inspires me, absolutely everything. I take inspiration from everything, whether it people, books, life, events, music, other writers, films, everything. Got to a stage like a few months ago where I was writing very sporadically again. Like I'd spend like a day writing, and then I wouldn't write for however many weeks, and then I'd write continuously for like a few weeks, and then I'd stop again. But now, especially because I'm doing the 48 Laws of Power, when I'm posting every day, I'm writing every day because I've got to write going. But it's kind of, I do feel like it's getting to the point where it's forced. I'm not inspired and it's not just flowing easily, it's turning into a bit of a chore doing the 48 laws, but I'm going to continue it and see it through to the end because I started it. But yeah, every day. Um, there's this idea that when you're trying to make something of yourself, when you have, when you're trying to push your talent or a career or whatever, say if you're a singer, songwriter, a rapper, a poet, an artist, they say that it's always the people that are closest to you and around you, like the people in your town or the people that know you, that are always the last ones to support you. So I decided that one day I just had enough of like just writing and it going nowhere. I felt like I was wasting my time. And I was like, it's time to pursue the dream, so to speak. I was just had enough. Just thought, get it done, start, and see how it goes. It's going really well, and I'm extremely grateful for all the feedback, all the comments, the likes, the messages, everything. It's good. I'm extremely appreciative. I'm very grateful, and you make me want to carry on doing it, so thank you. Um, I really would like to start uploading more content, more poems. After I've done this 48 laws, I'm going to strictly just stick to writing poems that I want to write. Not that I don't want to write the 48 laws poems, but not where I'm writing every single day, where it just becomes a chore. But I'm writing because I feel that I have like a moment of inspiration, and I'm going to write that, like write something. But I really want to expand the page. Like I said, release more content. Move over to YouTube, start doing videos, get some poems recorded and do videos to them. So more interactive and again more content. I would love, absolutely love to be published, even if nobody buys it. Just to have a physical, somebody like create for me a physical copy of my poems, where a company had come to me and gone, we think your poems are good, let's publish them. And then I had a physical copy of a book in my hand and I could say, I wrote this is mine. But I know I suppose I could do that with a printer and a piece of paper and just print it out, but it's not the same to me. Because if it's printed and it's published, then it means a little, tiny little piece of me will carry on. That's the piece of me contained in those pages, and that is the ultimate goal for me. It's not about the money and it's not about this and that and trying to make myself famous or anything. It's to, I suppose it is to kind of make myself famous, but to live forever to create something that will live forever. What's the famous quote? It's not about living forever, it's about creating something that will, or something along those lines anyway. But yeah, that's my ultimate goal, that 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 300 years from now, somebody might be sat there reading my poems and go, gone. We order Wordsmith, a poet from X amount of years ago, was good. And that's it really, that's the ultimate goal, that's what I want to achieve. It is a kind of long-ish video, I'm guessing, because I'm not edited yet. But thank you very much for watching. I know it's basic, extremely basically edited, things like that. But you know, it's a start. And thanks for the questions, thanks for watching, thanks for all the support again. And please like, subscribe, comment if you thought it were good. If you thought it were a load of crap and I was just rambling, which I know I am doing, then tell me. Shut up and get to the point, or yeah, it was alright. Thank you, I really do appreciate it. All the best.